go-karting. What great fun, eh? Just watch them go. Now, we've come along here today to Wigan to watch the Champions of the Future final for the year 2000. And boy, what little champs they are.
On entering the circuit, I couldn't believe my eyes. It really was like a scaled-down version of Formula One. The cars, the motorhomes, the cool drivers with ruffled hair, but most of all, the proud parents that dedicate their weekends to the kids' hopes and aspirations of reaching top-level car racing.
Now, to start your go-karting career, you will first need one caravan, one carrier for the go-kart, or even a nice motorhome to do both jobs. Mini toolkit and a set of dinky tyres. And a bit of entertainment between the races. One dad, which doubles up as a mechanic, and one son that doubles up as a racing driver. And a good old mum to wash those race suits and make the tea. And of course, someone to follow in the family footsteps.
And of course, a day at the racetrack, well, you're gonna need spares, aren't you? And everything you will probably need is available right here. Spare steering wheels, fuel fillers, oil, gloves, hats, tyres, you name it. Tyres, very important. Now you'll be looking at least £100 for a set of 4 tyres. Obviously we've got slicks and wets, so as you can see, the sport of go-karting doesn't come cheap. And we're gonna have a word with someone now who'll be able to tell us a little bit more.
Now then, Tony, you're a dedicated dad in the world of go-karting. I mean, apart from the devotion side, how much financially would you put into a season of go-karting?
I don't really look at it that way. Once you've got the kart, they're actually fairly economical to ride, to keep on top of. I mean, the kids knock pieces off them all the time, which you'd expect. But they're reasonably reliable, and the fuel consumption is negligible. Even though they'll do 60 miles an hour, they're quite quick for the kids. But so not too bad on cost.
But of course, it's the running costs. I mean, you've got a great motorhome here, and it's your precious time as well. It's every weekend, so like I said, you've got to be dedicated.
That's right. I mean, the time's the big feature, because when we go away, typically we set off on the Friday and we don't get back till Sunday night. And it's 2 solid days of working along with the kart. But it's good fun. I mean, the kids are magic. Well, in all honesty, some of the kids in this one day will be there. This is the proving ground, without a doubt. And if you look at the skills of some of the kids, like 10 or 12-year-olds, they're awesome. And you can imagine what they're going to be like when they get a bit older.
And kids this age seem to have no fear when they're out there.
That's right. They're just a war when they're out there, and you get the best of pals when they're back here. They treat our truck as a sort of large mobile social centre, and we all bail in there and raid all my Coke and my crisps and have a good time.
Did you encourage your son all the way?
No, I've left it up to him really. I mean, we even had a spell where we stopped doing it and went playing football instead. And it's up to him. If he wants to come, well, I'll take him, and we'll put effort behind it. But he does like coming, not just for the racing, but because he meets all his pals who come from all over the country for these British Championship rounds. And we'll be playing out on the scooters on the track at night, having a race around the scooters instead.
Now, were you happy with that drive?
Yeah.
3rd place, that was very good.
I should have finished second, but I got nuzzled onto the grass a bit, so then a person passed me. But I'm happy with 3rd because it's the British Championship, so I'm very happy.
Now, so who's your mechanic?
My dad.
So he's going to get the car running perfect, yeah?
Yeah, he gives me tips on what lines to take and other things.
And he's been watching you throughout the race, and does he tell you maybe if you did anything wrong or what you did right?
Yeah, he at the end of the race he'll tell me what things I've done right and what things I've done wrong, so he's quite helpful.
Now here's a little twist for you. I've managed to stumble upon another young, very promising racing driver called John. Now the surname might give it away a little bit. They're from Leeds, but his name is, follow me. Here's John. Go on, John, tell him your name.
Well, I just coming down the straight and I was going for the inside into the hairpin, and my friend Jason Moore just clipped me, and I went onto the grass and I just hit a metal sign.
Oh dear. And are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, Dad's your mechanic. And what about brother? What does he do?
He helps with a trolley and brings my trolley and things.
Yeah.
And I've got another mechanic called Dave Rowland, and they just bring their family along and cook.
You've got a personal chef as well. That's fantastic. They offered me a chance to drive one of the cars, but I declined. You know, I was a little cautious that those young uns might show me up.
Well, what a fantastic day we've had here, watching these young kids and their go-kart. Oh, I love karting. If only I was 10 years younger.